So, Hare Krishna, today, 20th of June 2020, we will be reciting from text 28 onwards of Canto 3, chapter 6 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraid Nasuprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtake. Text 28. आत्यांतिकेन सत्वेन दिवं दिवाः प्रपेदिरे धरां रजः स्वभावेन पर्णयो ये चातानुनो. Atyantikena, excessive, satvena, by the mode of goodness, Dvivam, in the higher planets, Devaha, the demigods, Prapedire, have been situated, Dharam, on the earth, Rajaha, Rajaha, the mode of passion, Swabhavena, by nature, Parnayaha, the human beings, Ye, all those, Cha, also, Tan, there, Anu, subordinate. Translation: the demigods, qualified by super excellent qualities of the mode of goodness, are situated in the heavenly planets, whereas the human beings, because of the nature in the mode of passion, live on the earth in company of their subordinates. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshumritam-menam Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam-sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa-kadamayam Dadati Sapatantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shudha-patikamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vidatam Sajivam Sadhvetam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितां च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपति गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्ति कंजन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी प्रतिभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां नाम पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. अत्यान नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठावतारे श्रीमते पताका समन्वित नामिने नमाचार्य पादाय नित्याकृपा प्रदाने गौरकथामदाय नगरराम ताणे. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठावतारे श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिध नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी परिचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाशेति तारणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. आत्यांतिकेन सत्वेन दिवां देवाः प्रपेदिरे धरां रजस्वभावेन पर्णयोर्ये च तानुना. So we are being informed by Maitreya Rishi today, the demigods, qualified by the super excellent quality of mode of goodness. It means even the mode of goodness, it has many layers. Count from 1 to 100, 1 to 1000, 1 to 10,000, 1 to 100,000. So qualities. So all the demigods, they carry on the super excellent quality of the mode of goodness. And that's the reason they are situated in the heavenly planets, even though it is fully material. Whereas the human beings, because of the nature in the mode of passion, live on the earth in the company with their subordinates. So we all are in the mode of passion. Urdham gacchati sattvastha madhye tishtanti rajasa jaganya gunavrittistha adu gacchati tamasa. काम ऐश क्रोध ऐश rajo guna samudbhava. So every one of us are in the mood of passion. And passions mean excessive endeavor to get something which is not been worth of. And we live in the company of their subordinates, also with the mode of passion. And then together, individually, collectively, or in a family, they try to satisfy the senses which are never been satisfied. Duspurena anilena cha. So, all those having the passionate activities, they live on the surface of the earth. Purpose is, in Bhagavad Gita 14.14 and 15, it is said those who are highly developed. Let us see that sloka. Read the sloka. Yada sattve prabhuddhetu pralayam anti deha vrita tadotam vidhan lokhan amalan pradipadyate. It says, when one dies in the mode of goodness, he attains to the pure heart planets of the great sages. And the next one, Rajase Paranayam Gatva Karma Sangi Sujayate Tatha Pralini Tamase Mudho Yoni Sujayate. When one dies in the mode of passion, he takes birth among those engaged in fruitive activities. And when one dies in the mode of ignorance, he takes birth in an animal kingdom. Let me go back. So in Bhagavad Gita 14 and 15, it is said that those who are highly developed in the mode of goodness are promoted to the higher heavenly planet system. And those who are overpowered by the mode of passion are situated in the middle planetary system, the Earth and similar planets. A question might come, who are in the mode of Sattva-guna generally? Or in other terms, who is a good person? Isn't it? Who is a good person? Somebody says the good person is who has the oldest of the friends and oldest of the servant. That person is very good. But if you are changing your friends frequently, and if you are changing your servant frequently, then know for sure we are not a good human being. The oldest person, if your friend is continuing a friendship, and of course once you are in a devotion, you will have a devotee friends. The more oldest devotee friend you have got, it seems you are a good person. And if you are changing your friends every now and then somehow they consider we are not a good people at all. Those who are overpowered by the mode of passion are situated in the middle planetary system, the Earth and similar planets. But those who are surcharged with the mode of ignorance are degraded to the lower planet system or to the animal kingdom. The demigods are highly developed in the mode of goodness, and thus they are situated in heavenly planets. Below, human beings are in animals, although some of them mingle with human society. Cows and horses and dogs and etc. are habituated to live under the protection of the human being. The Sattva-guna means either they are the rishis or the demigod. And passionate activities means either they are the human being or they are the demons. And Tamoguna means they are simply either in the animal kingdom or bhutas and pretas. They are the categories of Sattva, Raja and Tama. The word Atyantikena is very significant in this verse. By development of the mood of goodness of the material nature, one can become situated in heavenly planets. Some of you might say, If everybody goes to the heavenly planet, then will they get the job? Well, in the heavenly planet, there is no hunger. There is no hunger at all. They simply drink somarasa or the juices. That's it. So you don't have to work very hard to fill your belly, to maintain your family. Everybody in that way of self-sufficient. Just enjoy. That is a bhoga bhumi. This earth is known as a karma bhumi, and Swarga is known as bhoga bhumi. And the animal kingdom or the patala is suffering. There is only suffering, nothing but the suffering. So those with the mode of passion, or the goodness, they go on the heaven planet system and just enjoy unlimitedly, of course, until unless they have those karmas accumulated. Prabhupada says, the word atyantikena is very significant in this verse. I have read this. By development of the mode of goodness of material nature, one can become situated in the heavenly planets. Yes, I did that. But by excessive development of the mode of passion and ignorance, the human beings indulge in killing the animal who are meant to be protected by mankind. Person who indulge in unnecessary animal killing have excessively developed in the mode of passion and ignorance and have no hope of advancing to the mode of goodness. They are destined to be degraded to the lower status of life. The planetary system are calculated as upper and lower in terms of classes of living entities who live there. So again here, our karma dictates the term. Our activities dictate the terms, what we want to achieve, and what are we catering for. What destiny we are making, and what destiny we are choosing. We will get, and everyone in life will get, opportunities to choose the right, to distinguish between the right and wrong. Everyone will get a chance. Nobody can say that, oh my God, I did not get a chance. Everybody will get a chance in human form, and it is up to them to explore it, and in that sense exploit it to become a devotee. So at times, क्षिप्रम भवति धर्मात्मा शाश्वत शांत निगच्छति कौन्तेयः प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति. क्षिप्रम, short period of time, one could become a devotee. And become a devotee means it is for your own pleasure. Definitely for your own pleasure. Why you need a pleasure? Because you are suffering. Padam, yad vipata, but na tesha. The problem at every step is not for those who have taken the shelter at lotus feet of Mukunda. Mukunda means the giver of liberation. Because he is Shatvatam Patihi. Patihi means protector. He protects his devotees and protect from degradation. If somebody chant the name of the Lord, it's for sure he'll become righteous. He will understand the value of life, and he'll understand what is expected from him. So let us take the text 29, next sloka. Tirtiyena svabhavena bhagavan bhimasritaha ubayor antaram vyomam ye rudra pashadam ganaha. Tartiyena, by excessive development of the third mode of material nature, the mode of ignorance. Svabhavena, by such nature, Bhagavat Nabhim, the abdominal navel of the Jajatic form of the personality of Godhead. Ashritaha, those who are so situated, Ubayuhu, between the two, Antaram, in between, Vyoma, the sky, ye, all of whom Rudra Parshadam, associates of Rudra, Ganaha, population. Translated purport by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Living entities who are associates of Rudra develop in the third mode of material nature or ignorance. They are situated in the sky between the earthly planet and the heavenly planet. So they are in the middle. Pichasas, we call them ghosts, hooligans, all these, they are in between the sky and the planet. Prabhupada says very nicely, the middle portion of the sky is called Bhuvar Loka. This is Bhuloka, Bhuvar Loka. As confirmed by Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti and Srila Jiva Goswami, in Bhagavad Gita it is stated that those who develop in the mode of passion are situated in the middle region. Those who are situated in the mode of ignorance are promoted to the region of the demigods. Those who are situated in the mode of passion are placed in human society, and those who are situated in the mode of ignorance are placed in the society of the animals and the ghosts. There are no contradiction in this conclusion. Numerous living entities are distributed all over the universe in different planets and are so situated in terms of their own qualities in the mode of material nature. So those of you who don't believe in the ghosts, please believe now. They have their residence in Bhuvarloka. They reside over there and they are associate of Shiva, Rudra, particular name is Rudra. They are associate of the Rudras and they are without the body and they keep roaming around the world. Definitely at twilight zone in the evening time, they just come out and they go here and there. So, the human birth is a benediction. Bade bhag manas tan pava, sur durlava sav granthana gava. Sura means the demigod. They say, fortunates are the human being that they have the human body, and that too in the age of Kali. Within a short span of time, if you take the calculus of Satya Yuga 100,000 years, and here now only 100 years, and that too in 100 years somebody could live 80 years, in the 80 years, 40 years gone only for your sleeping, 20 years is gone for only traveling, 20 years for the maintenance of the family and other kind of things. Now only 20 years if they could develop the devotional service. They chant the holy name of the Lord, read Srimad Bhagavatam, recite Srimad Bhagavatam, help people in becoming God conscious. So that just in 20 years, you see the comparison 100,000 years and 20 years, we can achieve. Swalpam apyasi dharmasya trayate mahetu prayat. Even a small step taken. You know, if those who are illiterate, if you teach them how to write their name, they will never forget how to write their name. Swalpam. You have just taught them how to write their name. In the villages there are people, they just write the name, that's it. They don't know anything else. They don't know what is alpha, they simply know the art, how to write it, so they'll never forget it. Similarly in the spiritual life, a small step taken toward the God realization, trayate mahetu bhayat. He may not remember God, but God will remember him that, oh yeah, you know, once upon a time he chanted my name. That is the beauty of this particular, the system of devotional service. So let me take 30 also. Mukato avartata brahma purusasya kurudvaha yastu unmukhatva dvaranam mukhyo bhod brahmano guru. Mukataha, from the mouth. Avartata, generated. Brahma, the Vedic wisdom. Purusasya, or the Virat Purusha, the gigantic form. Kuru Uddhava, O chief of the Kuru dynasty. Yaha, who are to, due to. Anmukhatvat, inclined to. Varananam, of the order of society, Mukhya, the chief, Abhavut, so become Brahmana, called the Brahmana, Guruhu, the recognized teacher or the spiritual master. Translation. O chief of the Kuru dynasty, the Vedic wisdom became manifested from the mouth of the Virata, the gigantic form. Those who are inclined to the Vedic knowledge are called Brahmanas, and they are natural teachers and the spiritual masters of all the order of the society. Prabhupada says in his purport, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 4.13, the four orders of human society develop with the order of the body of the gigantic form. The bodily divisions are the mouth, arms, waist, and legs. Those who are situated on the mouth are called Brahmana. Those who are situated on the arms are called Kshatriya. Those who are situated on the waist are called Vaishya. And those who are situated on the legs are called Shudra. But mind you, they are situated, they have not born from. Please take a note. These Brahmanas are situated in the body of the gigantic form, they have not born from him. Okay? Everyone is situated in the body of the Supreme in his gigantic Virata Rupa form. In terms of the four order, therefore, no caste is to be considered degraded because of being situated on a particular part of the body. In our own bodies, we do not show any actual differences in our treatment toward the hands or the legs. Each and every part of the body is important. Although the mouth is the most important of the bodily part, if other parts are cut off from the body, the man can continue his life. But if the mouth is cut off, one cannot live. Therefore, this most important part of the body of the Lord is called a sitting place of Brahmana, who are inclined to the Vedic wisdom. So anybody after the birth, if they have become inclined toward the spiritual education, they are Brahmanas. Brahmana means those who become or who diffuse or who induce or who propagate or who preach the God consciousness. Those who try to tell the public that what is the aim of your life, what is expected from you, and then they live in the mouth of Krishna. One who is not inclined to Vedic wisdom but to mundane affair cannot be called a Brahmana, even if he is born of a Brahmana family or father. To have Brahmana father does not qualify one as a Brahmana. The main qualification of Brahmana is to be inclined to Vedic wisdom. Sama Saucham Damayam, forgetting this sloka. Sama Dama Tapa Saucham, Shanti Bhardama Viva, Jnanam Vijnanam Astikam, Brahma Karma Swabhavajam. Okay? So these are the qualities of Brahmana. Not simply that somebody has born in the family for the father and mother of Brahmins. Definitely not. That's what Prabhupada is qualifying over here. The main qualification of Brahman is to be inclined to the Vedic wisdom. The Vedas are situated on the mouth of the Lord, and therefore anyone who is inclined to the Vedic wisdom is certainly situated in the mouth of the Lord, and he is a Brahmana. This inclination toward the Vedic wisdom is also not restricted to any particular caste or community. Anyone from any family and from any part of the world may become inclined to the Vedic wisdom, and that will qualify him as the real Brahmana. When Prabhupada was giving this initiation, Brahmanical initiation to the other caste, so many people have objected to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada said, this is what the Shastra says. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm following the Shastras. Those who are inclined for the Vedic wisdom, they are Brahmanas, and we have to give them a due respect. Furthermore, Prabhupada says, a real Brahmana is the natural teacher or spiritual master. Unless one has Vedic knowledge, one cannot become a spiritual master. The perfect knowledge of the Vedas is to know of the Lord, the personality of Godhead, and that is the end of the Vedic knowledge, or Vedanta. One who is situated in the impersonal Brahman and has no information of the Supreme Personality of Godhead may become a Brahmana, but he cannot become a spiritual master. It is said in Padam Purana, Satkarma Nipuno Vipro Mantra Tantra Visharadaha. A Vaishnava Guru Nasya, Vaishnava Swa Pako Guruhu. An impersonalist can become a qualified Brahmana, but he cannot become a spiritual master unless and until he is promoted to the stage of a Vaishnava or a devotee of the personality of Godhead. Lord Chaitanya, the great authority, Vedic wisdom in the modern age stated, Kiva Vipra, Kiva Nyasi, Shudra Kena Maya Naya, Yena Krishna Tattva Veti, Sehi Guru Haya. A person may be a Brahmana or a Sudra or a Sannyasi, but if he happens to be well versed in the science of Krishna, then he is fit to become a spiritual master. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 8.128. The qualification, then, I don't know how many of you remember, last week we read this, Madhya Lila 8.128. Of the spiritual master is not to be a qualified Brahmana, but to be well versed in the science of Krishna. The last paragraph of Prabhupada. One who is conversant with the Vedic wisdom is a Brahmana, and only a Brahmana who is a pure Vaishnava and knows all the intricacies of the science of Krishna can become a spiritual master. So that ends the purport and translation of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 6, texts 27 to 30, by His Divine Grace, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Maharaj ki Jai. Hare Krishna.